Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and well, it's been about 12 hours since I did the makeup demo that I'm going to show you. This is future me. My name's Kathy A, and this is a kind of a voiceover, some new makeup that I got this month that didn't make it into my favorites of the year video, which is coming up very soon. But I wanted to kind of review them because they are on sale now, and I did want to warn you to save your money on some of these. I get cards once in a while from viewers and gifts and things, and this is in no way advertising for that, but I was really pleased. Melinda in Australia has sent me a really cute card, and she sent me some gifts which you know, you don't ever have to send me gifts or anything, but this is so interesting. This is a chap lips thing, but it looks like a little milk carton. It's so cute. And this is the Mugu Natural SPF 15 Lip Balm. Now, I think all of the Australian makeup products have to have some kind of SPF factor to them because of the location. But this is a really great, very emollient kind of chapstick. This is in my purse, but I just love, this is just so stinking cute. Thank you so much, Melinda. That was so neat. She also sent me some of my favorite Pawpaw cream. This is papaya cream. This is Lucas Pawpaw ointment. I mean, you can use this on your split ends on your fingers. You can use it on chapped lips. It's a great little item to have. And of course, right now Australia is going through their summertime, so they're in the middle of their hottest part of their summer, while we are getting snow and rain and storms and things, and getting emergency notifications on our phone from the electric company. But the coolest thing she sent is this. This is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Powder. I guess this is pretty big in the Australian market. I wish they sold it here because I love this powder. And she got the right color. She said she couldn't find a color called Fish Belly White, but she came close. And it has a little, you know, like a thing in here to do. It works really nicely. I'm really pleased. This was a nice find. I'm not sure. I'll have to check and see if this is on Amazon. I'll link it for you. But it's an Australian made product, and I was so pleased with that. Pleased and proud. Thank you so much, Melinda. That was really nice of you to do that. I put this video up because I was so excited. I was in an ALDI and I saw makeup. I saw all kinds of makeup, and I only got a few things, and then when I went back 2 days later, it was all gone. It was sold out. And I asked Leigh, I said, did you take down the display with the makeup? She goes, no, it went flying out of here. And I was like, oh my God. Anyway, ALDI has makeup, and it's Lacura, and Lacura is a German brand, and I tell you, this is the concealer, shades 1 and 3. I should have gotten shade 2 at the time, but I thought I'll get 1 and 3, so you know, if 1's too light, I'll add a little 3 to it and make it darker, but I should have just gotten the 2, because when I went back there were no 2s left. I would highly recommend the concealer. If you are a light to a light medium person, the concealer in 2 is perfect. Concealer in 1 is very light to just light, and number 1 is really light. So really light, and the number 3 is a yellowish tone, which I'm not sure you're gonna like. It's a yellowish tone. And let me just show you number 1 so you can see how much lighter it is than number 3. And like I said, I went back to get number 2, and the display was completely missing. There was only one Paradise bronzer left, and that's the really dark bronzer, and so I couldn't use that. 2 different types of mascaras, and I'm killing myself because I didn't buy the other mascara, and also I didn't buy the bronzer and highlighter because I was like, I don't know, if I really need that. This is their Brilliant mascara and their Brilliant waterproof mascara, and these are not bad for $3.98. So they have 2 highlighters, 2 bronzers, and I think they have 7 concealer shades, and then they have the 5 eyeshadow palettes. So all these run, don't walk, because they are selling out. And these are $5.99. I almost bought a 7 to use as a contour, and I like the formulation a lot of these. They remind me a lot of the NARS Creamy Concealer. So this is an amazing deal. And again, they're made in Germany. It's high quality stuff. You can trust ALDI. So, I did want to try these to let you know what I felt. I have tried each one of the palettes differently, and I pick and choose from different ones, the different colors. This is like the holy grail, looking for these things at the Aldi's. Last year, I went looking in February, I think, and there was a couple of places that had like 1 palette left with a finger swipe in it. And so this is when they put them out, and they've got it in their seasonal section, the Aldi makeup, and it's down low. I mean, you don't even know what you have to look up and down to see if you can find it. And behind, I know that these palettes, they had them set up like 4 across, and they had 2 boxes of them. The big star players are the eyeshadow palettes. There's 4. Well, I think there's 5. In one of the stores they had 5. But I didn't get one of them, and I wish I had instead of this one. I did do swatches for you on each of these. The first one is the Nectar palette, and this is the one I'm not really that crazy about. All oranges and sunflower, which I hate sunflower. But they do have a couple of nice golds and browns that were pretty good as far as, adding a touch of color here and there. Is kind of your neutral palette. This is excellent. This was probably my favorite. And this one is smoky. This is one of the better ones. If you see it, smoky's pretty good. The three was pretty good. So these are the three different brushes, and like this one is like a regular shadow brush, and then there's a detailer brush. This was my favorite. Then there was this one, which was kind of a hot mess, and a hot mess on this end. I didn't like this one at all. This one had a really nice brush that would be like for lining, and the other side was a blending brush, and then this one was the good one, which was a it was a good one on this side and then a blending on that side. So all of the brushes were different, slightly different colors, so I don't know what made that. I went to 4 Aldis to look for one of the Aldis said when they were putting them out, people were taking them out of their hands when they were putting them out. So mascaras are $3.98. The mascara was really nice. It's a good basic mascara. I didn't try the second mascara. I'm going to go to another Aldi tomorrow and I'll see if there's another one, but they sell out so quickly I'm hesitant to talk to you about them because they just sell out so quickly. Now Lacura, they are made in Germany, and I mean these palettes remind me a lot of the Urban Decay. I mean, they really do. They just have like a beautiful, the shimmers are very shimmery, satin-like. There's no glitters. There's no like harsh glitters. There's no foiled look. It's all like just a light kind of shimmer satin. When you do that, it's kind of a shimmer satin look. And I like that, and I think on mature eyes, it's very flattering. So these, number 2 and the Smoky are my 2 favorites. And the Smoky has these beautiful slate color, and then it has this beautiful liner color, which I have on my eyes now. I just think that that smoky is so pretty. So pretty. So, like I said, it's been about 12 hours since I did my makeover. There's a little bit of dinging here from the MILANI. Not so from the blue one. The blue one from, this is a Lash Blast mascara, and it's dark blue. It's more of a dusty dark blue. I really like this. I mean, it gave me a better lash, I thought, than the MILANI Highly Rated. So I think this worked really well, and it had a slight blue tinge to it, but it wasn't like royal blue or bright blue like some of the blue mascaras can get. It was a dusky midnight blue, and it was almost like, unless you knew and you were in the bright sunlight, you would not know that it was blue mascara. It looks like black mascara, and it really layers well. It looks good. You know, there's a green one of this that's a tubing form that supposedly people say it mimics the Thrive Cosmetics, but it doesn't really, and this always leaves dings. The MILANI mascaras leave dings. And, e.l.f. does have a new mascara. I have not been able to find it. I know it's on their website, but they take a while to ship, and I was going to film this today. I'm going to do my favorites of the year over the week, and so I was a little disappointed that I couldn't find it to show you, to talk about it, but the new e.l.f. Mascara is supposed to be quite impressive. Also new this month, and I'm really impressed, this is the Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Finish Powder. It smooths, it conditions, it refines pores, it balances, and you can use it pre and post makeup. So you can use it before you add your products, and you can use it after. It is, even though it looks kind of light, it does not show. It is really nice under the eyes, really nice as a brightening powder. This is very high-end, very high-end. I'm extremely pleased. This is going to make it into my best of the year, definitely. The other thing that did not make it into best of the year, but I really enjoyed it, is this. This is the Peachy Blossom from Essence palette. It's got a mirror on one side, and on the other side we've got 3 blushes and 2 highlighters. I don't know if you can see that. And the blush is much stronger than you imagine. It stayed on all day. I was really happy with that. Let me just put that on this side. It stayed on all day. Of course, I did spray this Fix mist from Makeup Forever, which I meant to stay with drugstore. I meant to use the Ulta, and I used the Makeup Forever by mistake. Yeah, this is not bad. This is pretty close to Exposed. Mixing the two of these to Exposed. This one's more of a warmer coral shade, a lot like the Luminoso shade from MILANI. And we have 2 highlighters here. Let me see if I have any. Yeah, kind of a gold and a pinky cool tone version. This is a nice little palette. I think it was $5.99, something like that. It's from Essence. I think Essence really has some nice cheek products. I mean, they have some other things that are making it into the list. So that was used. I used that today in the demo. I'm going to be showing you in just a second. I did want to talk, I never talk about this, and I use it every single time. This is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleaner. I have the lemon scented one. So basically you pour maybe about 1/2 inch into this little tin, and let me see if I can show you this dirty brush, and you put it in here, and then you wipe it off on a towel. I have to use a napkin here. And what it does is it takes off all of the excess color and dries almost instantly, so you can use that on another color. It's really nice, and you know, a little 1/2 inch can do all of your brushes that you're working with for the day. So I think it's a great Great product. This bottle will last you probably about 6 months, depending on how often you do makeup, how often you clean this way. If you're traveling, this is so good. And this is the little tin can you can use with it. It has a cover on it too. There is a cover here somewhere. Here it is. So you can put this on, you know, and save it for the next day. So Cinema Secrets, and that's the lemon flavor I like better than the other flavor. What else can I discuss? Oh, this is one of the new Christmas releases. This is Maybelline's mini mascara set. And it comes with the Falsies Lash Lift Sky High and the Falsies Surreal, the new one from Maybelline. I think this is a great deal. I love Sky High anyway. I think it's a great drugstore mascara. But the little mini grouping of them, I think they're $9.99. And each one of these can last, you know, 2 months, depending on how often you use it. But it can last like 2 to 3 months. And that's about the time you're supposed to, you know, dispose of your mascara after 3 months anyway. So I think this is a terrific deal. And it's also a way you can try these mascaras. Now, I know I like the Sky High mascara. The other two, if I don't like them on my upper lashes, I can use them on my lower lashes. And that'll save some of the Sky High for just the upper lashes. And, you know, I can use the waterproof from this as a coating for any of these if I need to have waterproof. And for lips, I did use the Wet n Wild's, this is the Ring Around the Rosies Wet n Wild Balm. This lasted pretty well through the day. I say after lunch, I was eating, drinking, coffee, stuff like that. It did wear down a little bit, and when I went to retouch it, I didn't have that lipstick, so I had to use my other lipstick. First, the MILANI, this is a lipstick balm, and the color is called Lustful. These colors, even though this was the lightest shade, it has a lot of color to it, so they are deeper colored than you would expect. I guess it's pretty close to the cap. So I wish they had a lighter shade in this because this formula is really nice. It doesn't stick at all. It's really, really nice, beautiful. And I used with it, this is the Essence, and this is the Shine, Extreme Shine. Their glosses are just so good. Oh my gosh. I have the Extreme Care too from Essence, but I'll talk about them at another time. On my nails today, you may find this kind of intriguing. It's kind of pink and kind of orange. It's kind of holographic Paranoia from LA Colors. I know. LA Colors. What a nice, beautiful nail polish. I don't know if you can see it. It's just stunning. And I like LA Colors. I have several other colors from them. I think they're the best drugstore nail polish out there. Ooh, spoiler alert. Yeah, so let me do the makeover, and my hair kind of fell too. But I mean, I was pretty, it's really like windy and it's starting to rain, and you know, it's Connecticut weather. And I was inside and it was too hot in my office today. So let's do the makeover, and I'll do it like I usually do so you can see before and after. Well, this is 12 hours later after. face cream, which is kind of their version of Charlotte Tilbury. And then this is the e.l.f. Pore Filling Primer. I didn't like that one actually. Burt's Bees, that is a glow stuff for under the makeup. And then we've got the Moo Goo on the lips just to moisturize them until I get to the lipstick point. Gosh, I love that little container. This is Ulta Eye Primer, the tinted one in nude. And we've got Revlon. This is a concealer. I'm just doing it on one side of my face. On the other side, I'm doing the Lacura from ALDI. I'm mixing the two together to create the color that's close to mine, except it's a little bit yellow. And I'm just fixing my hair there. And I'm using the Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. And then my finger to warm up and fuse all of the concealer into my skin. I put a little bit too much, I think, on the other side with the two ALDI concealers. Here is MISHA BB Cream. It's number 23. It's a little bit gray, a little bit dark, so I'm adding a little light LA Girl colors and a little bit of warm tone, and it seems to make the perfect shade. I'm using a very dense brush, and it's going on pretty well. I like the MISHA BB Cream anyway. I think it works really well. Okay, there's that new WETnWILD Powder. I'm just patting it in, even though it looks like I'm dragging it across my skin. I am just patting it in to set the foundation. Here is a cream foundation from Revolution. This is a bronzer in number light. And this is also from Revolution. I think it's from their Relove department. It's called Sweet, and it's a duo of a highlighter and a blush. Very, very light. And I think it's really nice. I like to put highlighter on with my fingers so I can be more exact. Put it on the little décolleté there. Okay. Now we've got a little bit of spray. For some reason I used the Makeup Forever spray. And I think we're going to go into the eye palettes. That's a smoky palette that I've been bragging about. And I'm just grabbing a light shade from that. I am packing it in, not swiping it. Sort of an optical illusion. And I went into the second and third color together to mix them. It looks like a hot mess right now, but I will fix that. There's that Cinema Secrets in action. I'm using that on the brush. That's my Jon Snow brush from Game of Thrones. Okay, I'm just smearing it all out so I can soften up the edges. And now we're adding a little dark to the corners. I'm making sort of a neutral cool eye. And I'm smearing it with a clean brush that's got a little bit more fibers to it. And I'm looking through some of the other palettes to find other colors. I think that's the number 2. It's funny how it all builds up. And it doesn't look good until you put your mascara and liner on for some reason. I'm using my finger for the light shimmer on the inner corner, and then we're using a blue for a shimmer that blends into the outer corner. Using a brush again to blend it. I'm just going into all the palettes and picking out little colors that I like. Just adding them in. It's kind of fun. And I'm going back into that blush there, that Peachy Blossom Blush palette. Just using the pink, both in the 10 and 2 corners of my eyes and on my cheeks. That lasted all day. That was pretty good, actually. I'm pretty happy. And there's the smoky palette. That's that really nice shimmery bronzy color for under the eyes. It really catches the light nicely. And I used a lighter shimmer. Here I go, preening in slow motion. Again, it doesn't really look like anything at this point. I still look sleepy and great hair. It is wet because I am going to be styling it a little bit later. Okay, back to the high speed. This is the Maybelline Express Brow. I make a little gateway line first, and then I'm smooching over the rest of the hair, building it up a little bit. I don't like the big boxy brows, and I won't do that, but I gotta have something to frame the face. There's the Ulta Gel. That's a blonde tint. And I really want to get that feathered look. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow or Brow Lift, I think it's called maybe. Yeah. Now we've got the MILANI Stay Put liner going on my upper waterline, wiping it off between eyes so I don't exchange eye yuck. Wiping it again. And now we're going into, there we are, yeah. Here's the MILANI highly rated mascara on this side. I just, those highly rated mascaras really do smear and ding on my upper lid, especially in warm weather. And I noticed at the end of my office day, it had left a lot of dings as well as flaked a little bit. And now on this other side, we're using the CoverGirl. This is the new one, and I'm showing you the color. It's a beautiful, dark, deep teal, midnight blue color. And it built up so much better and so much faster than the other one. And it did not leave dings. It did not flake. Okay, here I go. I'm showing you. You can see an obvious difference. The blue side has a lot more lash length and volume. And that is the Cleantopia from CoverGirl. It's one of their Lash Blast mascaras. Okay. All right, we've had enough. Here we go, back in. I'm going to do another coat of the MILANI because I have to go to work, and they were so different. The one on the left was the MILANI, and it just wasn't full enough. So now I'm going to come back and show you again. With the second coat on the MILANI, it helped a little. Now we're going into the lip liner. I'm using LA Girl Lip Liner. It's a mauve-y shade. And then I'm going to use the WETnWILD Ring Around the Rosy Balm. And those are so inexpensive. Wow. And they pack a lot of power. That lasted really well through several coffees and lunch and everything else. It was just a little faded, and I retouched it later. I'm just blotting it, and I'm putting on that Essence, that pretty Essence gloss. That's the Extreme Shine. You can't go wrong with the Extreme Shine or the Extreme Care. And there's where I got my thumbnail shot. Okay, now I'm using an eyelash glue. It goes on white and it dries clear, so I'm just spreading it on 2/3 of my lashes because I'm just going to press down a half lash on there. Press and it's on. It's so easy. Press it and it's on. And I'm just adding a little bit of eyeliner, that same MILANI liner, just to sort of hide the band of the lashes. Very glam. There we go. Ooh, crooked mouth's very effective too. Okay, Kath. Yep. See, the eyeshadows really pop once you get your liner and your mascara on. Okay, girl, sit down. And this is what it was before. And this is what it is now. And this is what it was before. And now. Okay, so let's swing into our hair care. I put the sound up just a teeny bit so you can hear some, but not all. This is a L'Oreal spray, and that's just a heat protectant spray. And I'm using this big kind of Revlon, it's a brush that has hot air blowing out of it. I've got it set on the cool setting though, because the hot can damage your hair. So I will start with a little bit of the hot and then twist it over to the cool. And I'm just kind of turning it. I'm not pulling on my hair, even though it's, because I go fast, it looks like I am, but my hair is going through it quite smoothly. I wanted you to see exactly how my hair looks, just drying it from wet. And you can see that it's in much better shape than it's ever been. And remember, I'm 65. And as you get 65, your hair thins and it changes texture. A lot of women just let it go gray and they just accept it. But for some reason, I've got a problem doing that for me. So you can see how shiny and kind of strong it looks. And that's from the hair products I'm using, which I'll talk about in my hair care and skincare video. Once it's pretty much dry, I'm going to stop with this blow dryer thing. And I'm going to use some Olaplex, that's the number 7 oil, I believe. And I'm just doing the ends. I'm just grabbing onto the ends with that oil just to coat the ends. I'm not putting on all of my hair because it would make it greasy. But you can see I've got the shine and it looks stronger. Now this is my hero. This is the Topic. Look how it just completely changes my scalp. Because I have thinning hair, my scalp's quite prominent, but when you put this in, I mean, you know I put it in, I know I put it in, but it's going to be hard to find it later. This is the Conair Hot Rollers set. Boy, isn't this the 80s, huh? And they're heating up, so I'm just going to put them in one at a time. This is the kind that has the clips with it. The other kind can kind of be damaging, so I'm using these clips. They're like comb clips. You can see I'm really not, I'm not doing anything really fancy. I'm really just giving myself some body and volume. And I'm just guessing on the back there, hoping that at least it's smoothed out and there's a little bit of curl, a little bit of body. Okay, so there's our picturesque curler shot. So now that I've got it down, I'm going to spray with a little bit of Rave. I do not know why I did this weird twisty thing at the top with my hair. I don't know why I did that. It's like, why? Why did I do that? I went all through work all day like that. And I guess maybe it was the angle I was looking, but this was my completed person with my Mega Hold hairspray. And it did hold that awkward lump the whole day through my work day. Okay. Let me just wave again. Wasn't that fun? Okay, I gotta talk about this one more time. This is THREDUP. And thank you so much, those of you who have taken advantage of the 40% off coupon. I'm not an affiliate, I'm not anybody that has anything to do with THREDUP, but I'm a customer. And when you're a customer, they give you a referral code, and if you give it to your friends or people that are interested in shopping on THREDUP, they'll give you $40 and they'll give them, the person, 40% off their order. So THREDUP is an online clothing store for thrifting, and I'm such a believer in recycling clothes. Fast fashion is killing the waters, the air, it's pollution, it's wasteful, filling the dumps, it's ruining the planet, it really is. And if you ever watch any of the videos about the dyes and the things that are used to make fast fashion, you see these rivers of blue and purple in India. And you know, I know there's codes in Zone, but everybody's cheating on it. So this is something I purchased from THREDUP. It's very nice. It's a beautiful, and it's got the it's got the shirt at the bottom there too. I think I paid $4.99 for this, you know, and I mean, you can go in there, and there's a little filter area, and you can filter just your sizes, and you can put in all the sizes that you like to wear in tops, in bottoms, in dresses. You can put in that you only want to see things from the lowest price to the highest. Maybe you only want to see orange colored things. Maybe you only want to see tops. Maybe you only want to see trousers. They'll even ask you, like, what length sleeves do you want? Do you want 3/4, long sleeves, short sleeves, sleeveless, topless, no shoulders, off the shoulder? Do you want prints? You know, and you can click off as many things as you want for a particular item. Like if you're looking for a nice pair of white pants for the summer or something like that, you can say, I want white trousers in my size. I want them all to be boot cut, loose fitting, you know. You can also say, I only want to look at things from Chico's or Soft Surroundings or Old Navy or LuLaRoe. Although I don't know why. I actually have a couple dusters from LuLaRoe that I got from there, and they have sales all the time, and you get credits when you register with them as a customer. They'll give you credits, and you can get free shipping. Now their shipping probably takes about a week to 2 weeks, so I think that was detrimental on their case. But I mean, you can find designer clothes, you can find good work clothes, jackets. I'm getting, in my next package that's coming, I'm getting a winter coat, a duster, a sweater, and something else, and it wound up costing me $22 for everything, and I got free shipping. So, and you know, thanks to some of you, you know, purchasing using my code below, I wound up getting like credit on my account, so I could, you know, use that towards paying for it. And when you're a customer, they'll give you that link that you can give to your friends, and then if they use it and buy something, you'll get $40. It's pretty cool. So I'm not an affiliate, they don't know who I am, but I love THREDUP. I really find it relaxing at night. I'll say, I just want to look at sweaters, and I pick out, I don't want black sweaters or white sweaters. I want colors, you know, no yellow, no orange right now. And they just show me all the sweaters in those other colors, and they're all like 3/4 or long sleeve. If you want layering pieces, they have like tank tops, things like that. If you live in a warm environment, they have warm clothes. They have beautiful, unique scarves for accessories. They have scarves and belts and handbags. They have designer handbags. They have regular handbags. They have little bags like crossbody bags. They have hobo bags. They have giant things like you would use almost for luggage, tote bags, things like that. And again, you can put it like, I just want to see the lowest price to the highest price, or just those things on sale. And you'll get an email from them every now and then and say, if you use the code JOY, J-O-Y, we'll give you an additional 25% off your order. So I really like them, you know. And I started when they first came out, I don't know, it was 5 years ago. I was a customer, and I also after the end of every season, I send them a box of my clothes. So some of the stuff on there is my stuff. I very rarely keep clothes after the season is over. And it keeps my wardrobe fresh, and it keeps my clothes looking great, you know, like not worn out. And they have standards. They have standards. They can't be ripped or damaged or missing buttons or broken zippers. They can't have any kind of a smell to them. The only thing they let go is that some things aren't ironed, because when you're transporting them over to them in whatever box you put them in, they can get wrinkled in the box. So the shoes are cool too. You can get shoes, booties, and you know, say I only want to look at size 9.5 or 10 in winter boots, and they'll show you all of them. And I want to see the lowest price to the highest, so I want to see, you know, and I have a price point I want to stop at. Now they have hats also. So coming into winter, like I said, I'm getting a winter coat, and I'm getting, you know, a few other things, and it costs me very little. So I always recommend it. I love to thrift shop anyway. I go to the Savers, I go to the Salvation Army, but a lot of those places, when you walk in, they smell like baby poop, you know. It's like, ugh, you know, and yeah. So, and the shipping, you know, they'll say, you know, you can, if you spend $5 more, you get free shipping, and you know, they do that Temu thing with you. But you know, they have a little of everything, and you can get everything from dresses from the 80s to wedding dresses. You can rent runway dresses. Their sizing is really good. You tell them the measurements, and they will tell you the measurements of each garment with it. So you know, that way you can tell if they forget to say it's petite pants and you got high waters on. Yeah, Pantone color of the year. It is peach fuzz. And I'm like, my walls are peach fuzz. All of my living room walls are peach fuzz. I finally invoke, finally. Yeah, this is the color. And so these send the trends out for makeup and for everything else. This is very 1985, if you ask me. You know, the Pantone peach fuzz color. But it's a very optimistic color. It's a creative color. I love it. I think it's great, and I'd like to get a lipstick in that color. I think it's very beautiful. And I come close. I think I've got my old Wet n Wild buddy that resurfaced recently, and he's going to be in my favorites of the year. Yeah. These came out, and you know I'm doing the Indian thing. These are stamps. And this is Chief Standing Bear. He did a lot of stuff for the Native Americans. Actually, he was in the court case involved that actually said that Native Americans are human beings. Yeah, yeah. It's so heavy, oh my God. Oh. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick was Kohl's. Kohl's has disappointed me. You know, Kohl's and a lot of the other brick and mortar stores they're not selling as much as they once did. Like in the 80s and 90s, I think they were at their peak. They usually were, you know, on the ends of malls, and you know, you'd get all that traffic. And now it's not the same thing, because a lot of us are online shopping, and Kohl's has some nice quality stuff and some trendy stuff and some good quality, like kitchenware, things like that, and bedding and stuff, and shoes, and their sales are good. And then they have underwear department, and I have like 4 different colors in this one thing from Warner's. The Warner's All You Need bra, which is a wireless bra. It usually runs about $44, and I think I got it for about $26, and I got 4 of them. 1 in each color. I love it. If you are like a triple D or higher, like the 2X works really well. It's padded, so you're not in high beams, you know. It's the most comfortable bra I've ever worn. And so I just wanted to mention that because Kohl's sells that one, and if you use your Kohl's Cash and other things, you can get it pretty cheap, but it's like $44. So I love it. But Kohl's teamed up recently with Sephora because Sephora is kind of another store that's kind of losing its mojo. You know, I used to go into Sephora every week. Every week I'd go into sometimes a different Sephora, but I'd go every week to see what was new. I'd swatch things, you know, and I'd get ignored by the staff because I was an old person, and or they'd overdo it, like she can't possibly know anything about makeup. I've got to show her what they want us to show them this week. You know, I have to show them the Too Faced. So, have you ever tried Too Faced? You know, and it's anyway. Sephora's not in great shape this year. They had 2 sales because their first sale, I don't think their Rouge VIB sale went all that well. I only bought 1 item, I think, or 2 items. I bought the mascara set, and it was one other thing I got. But no, just no. So Kohl's took on Sephora because Kohl's is kind of in trouble and they're looking to get the Sephora traffic in there. And Sephora's kind of in trouble, so they're looking to get the Kohl's traffic in there, and they can help each other through this miserable time. But I had to get a tire for my car, and I had like, payday was Thursday, and my payment for Kohl's was due on Tuesday. And I thought, gee, you know, if I just make that payment on Thursday, then, you know, I won't get an overdraft at my bank. You know, I probably shouldn't be discussing my banking with you, but anyway, I scheduled my payment for 2 days after the due date. Say it was the 7th, and I had it paying on the 9th. Scheduled all up with my bank, everything all set. I was charged a $40 late fee. $40. And the payment was $35. The payment I was supposed to make was $35. And I was charged a $40 over the day it was due fee. So I called up and I said, this is atrocious. You know, you shouldn't be charging $40 for a $35 payment that's scheduled 2 days after the due date. I said, 2 days isn't like, you know, the next month. And I said, I had to take it off of auto pay for that day and pay it 2 days later because I had a tight, you know, thing with the paycheck that particular. I mean, I spent a lot more than I should have that month. So the guy took off the overpayment, and I said, well, I've gone back onto the auto pay, so we should be all set. And he said, thank you very much. And I saw on my bill that it was taken off, but auto pay doesn't sync in with the next payment. It syncs in with a payment after. So the next month, I thought the auto pay was paying it, and it didn't. So the next day, I called up, because it wasn't on my bank statement. I called up Kohl's, and they said, yeah, there's, you know, $40 late payment. I said, you're doing it again. I can't believe this. I said, I'm on auto pay, and they said, well, it skips the next payment. And I said, well, you could have told me this. Anyway, to me, that is just a really horrible customer experience with a store. I'm so close to just closing out my account with them. But they come in handy for the sales, and I get the cash and all that. And I have like, I think $10 cash. They give you a window to spend it in. So the window of cash that I got is $10 window is December 25th, which I think they're closed, to December 31st. I can spend that $10. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not a fan. I mean, you know, with brick and mortar stores in so much trouble, they shouldn't be screwing with people like that. That's just horrible. So anyway, I just thought I'd have fun with you, showing you some of the makeup that I got this month. That's probably not going to be in my best of the year because it came out too late. Okay, just a side note, this is the biggest makeup fail of the month. This is the new CoverGirl Simply Ageless Skin Perfector Essence. Oh my gosh.
It's kind of like Jane Iredale's little pigment. You smear it out, and then once it dries, it is like sand on the skin.
Anyway, all right, well, the next time you see me, I will probably be doing my best of the year for drugstore makeup, and there'll be some surprises in this, I think. And I hope you all are well and having not too stressful a time this holiday season. I know that there's a lot of pressure if you're having company, buying gifts. I was out, that's why it's 12 hours. I was out doing some holiday shopping, and I'm still working on my holiday card. I do one of those letters, you know, that's like 2 pages long. I'm like, and in January I did this, you know, that kind of thing. Some people like it, some people, you know, it's like, oh, here she goes again. But it's a way I can journal about my life in kind of a sort of selfish way. I kind of put it out there to all my friends and family. So anyway, I will see you very soon in the next video. Until then, take care everybody. Play safe. Toodles.